This weekend gave us a split screen of the next 6 months, right? President Biden held private fundraisers and small events versus Donald Trump headlining big rallies. Donald Trump talking to the press, Joe Biden not. Alex Thompson, national political correspondent at Axios, is with us. Good to see you, my friend. The best source man inside a White House that doesn't leak or tries not to. Is this strategy, not tactics, by the White House out of necessity because Joe Biden can't do big events and big rallies and people won't come, or by choice because they think that Joe Biden out of the news and Donald Trump in the news is good for them?
I'd say, why can't it be both? I also think that you've seen the White House very intentionally make their events even smaller than they were. And, Joe Biden never brought in sort of the rally crowds that Donald Trump is. That's never been his style. Back in 2020, even before COVID hit, that was not his style. But they've been making them smaller, in part because every single event Biden was doing for months has been disrupted by pro-Palestine protesters. So what they're doing is they're trying to vet more people. They're trying to make them smaller, try to maybe get in a little bit of news, and then get out.
All right. So at least so far, that strategy is not proving fruitful in the battleground states, right? We put up this with Bill O'Reilly. Biden +2 in Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Trump up in Arizona, Michigan, Georgia, Nevada. This is how CNN described this New York Times poll. Take a listen.
These Sunbelt battleground states, frankly, for the Joe Biden campaign, these numbers are an absolute disaster. The smallest lead is in Arizona for Donald Trump. He's up 6. Look at this, 9 in Georgia, 13 in Nevada. My goodness gracious, my God. That is a huge lead. No Democrat has lost that state since John Kerry lost it back in 2004.
I get the everything's fine image publicly. At what point does the campaign or the White House tell you, okay, now we're going to start worrying and pay attention?
Well, that moment could have come 6 months ago when basically we had polling from the New York Times that basically showed the exact same thing they're showing now. I mean, really the striking part about this poll is how little things have changed. In the last 6 months, you've seen Trump go on trial. You've seen the Joe Biden campaign spend about $45–60 million on television in these swing states, and yet the numbers are not moving. Democrats, from David Axelrod publicly, but lots of Democrats have been privately telling the Biden campaign, hey, show some more urgency. And you're seeing, they're hiring more, but in terms of change of strategy, you have not seen that. The Biden campaign is very confident that eventually this will come back.
So a big part of the argument in 2020 was no mean tweets, Trump lies, Trump's terrible, we're Joe Biden, Mr. Delaware everyday man who's going to tell the truth. You had a scoop this morning that I thought was really poignant in terms of that issue looking forward, right? Because now we've seen what Joe Biden does for 4 years in office, which is sort of like every other politician. Jen Psaki, meaning the former White House press secretary's new book, falsely recounts Biden's watch check in troop ceremony. After you wrote the piece, not before, Jen Psaki has now admitted that she, misremembered the watch moment and is now going to rewrite part of her book. Why, in a time that this White House needs every ounce of credibility it has and has been so disciplined for so long, do you think something like this could have slipped through?
Well, it didn't slip through. This is one of the worst moments of Biden's presidency. And it's not Jen Psaki only. I mean, John Kirby went to the White House podium just a year ago and said that he didn't see chaos at the airport in Kabul when the exodus saw, U.S. servicemen, running an organized process. The Biden administration has been trying to downplay Afghanistan. And the reason is very simple. Joe Biden's poll numbers have never, ever recovered since Afghanistan. Since then, more Americans have consistently disapproved of him than approved. They've never been able to change it since then.
It's a great point. That was the death cross, right? That was the
100%.
moment that all happened. Hey, Alex, we'll keep following your reporting. Awesome to see you as always, my friend. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.